Hello, everybody. My name is Joseph, and today I will be talking about terrorism. When someone says the word terrorism, what significant events come to mind? When hijackers crashed two planes into the World Trade Center on 9/11, or the Wall Street bombing in 1920, killing 30 people and seriously injuring 130 people. I would like to speak about the terrorists that have changed the lives of so many people for the worst way. His name is Joseph Kony. There is a documentary about a filmmaker named Jason Russell. 13 years ago, he flew out to Uganda and met a little boy. His name was Jacob. Joseph Kony's rebel group called the Lord Resistance Army kidnapped Jacob's brother and other kids. He killed Jacob's little brother by cutting his throat, and with the other kids, he turned them into child soldiers, and the girls that were kidnapped, they were turned into sex slaves. And while Jason was talking to Jacob, Jacob was crying because he missed his brother so much. So Jason made a promise to him that he would do everything in his power to stop Joseph Kony. Jason created a short documentary about Jacob and other kids and showcased it at events around the country. His goal was to make Joseph Kony famous so people around the world can be more aware of him. As Jason's fan base grew, he created an organization called Invisible Children that brings awareness to kids being abducted in Uganda. Once his fan base grew past 600,000 people on Facebook, Jason tried a huge step by visiting policymakers and politicians at Washington, D.C., so he could convince them to send U.S. troops to help the Uganda army capture Joseph Kony. When the policymakers noticed that a lot of people actually cared about Joseph Kony being captured, they convinced President Barack Obama to allow troops to aid the Uganda army to capture Joseph Kony. Jason created a fundraising program to provide more assistance towards Joseph Kony's capture. With the money, Jason and the Visible Children organization he created opened up schools in Uganda and also created a radio tower to signal terrorists in the area. And once the documentary was done and was put on YouTube, the documentary was spread around and everybody was watching it, and it became really successful. And it shows that when people come together to help others, anything is possible. Before watching the documentary, I had no idea who Joseph Kony was, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know who he was either. And at first, policymakers didn't want anything to do with the situation happening in Uganda because anything that's not affecting the United States, the U.S. government try not to get involved. So in order for Jason to become successful and getting permission to have troops be sent to Uganda, he had to come up with something that can involve a lot of people around the country and around the world to prove to the policymakers that troops should help the Uganda army capture Joseph Kony. And if Joseph Kony is captured, a lot of kids will be saved and they will be able to live and create their own families. Yeah.